Welcome back to Movie Recap. Now we are going to explain another movie, and without wasting time, let's dive into movie. Segment 1. Anyone who has committed murder likely knows this Korean film made for killers. It starts dramatically. Detective Da Shang discovers a woman's body in a ditch. The forensic analysis reveals it's a wraith and murder case. They investigate all suspects but find no leads. Just as things seem to calm down, another girl is brutally murdered in the same way. The only clue left at the scene is a footprint, but it's half crushed by a passing tractor. The trail goes cold again. One day, a man who looks like a pervert comes to the village asking for directions, scaring someone so much they roll down a hill. Da Shang sees this and assumes the man is the killer, attacking him with a flying kick. However, after questioning, he discovers the man is Detective Xiao Fu, sent to assist with the case. The case is at a dead end, even causing childhood restlessness. Segment 2. Hearing his wife say an old lady in the car saw the village fool often following Li Shujun, the murdered woman, Da Shang quickly finds the fool. As he suspected, the fool's footprints match those at the crime scene. But no matter how much they question him, the fool won't admit to murder. They even take him to the crime scene to question him again. Then something strange happens. The fool accurately describes the details of the night Li Shujun was killed, but then he goes mad again. Da Shang is convinced the fool is the killer, but Xiao Fu quickly disproves this. The fool's hands are disabled, making it impossible for him to be the killer. So who is the murderer? Segment 3. The examination concludes that both victims were found wearing red dresses and were killed on stormy nights. Clearly, the killer is the same person. Xiao Fu also suggests there might be more victims. His suspicion is confirmed when they find another decomposed female body, dead for several months. All evidence has been washed away by rain. They are certain the killer will strike again, so on a stormy night, a female officer wears a red dress to lure the killer. Unexpectedly, the killer targets a woman delivering umbrellas to prisoners of war. The only evidence left is a footprint. Then the female officer remembers a stranger requested a bizarre song called Dinosaur Verses. Wolf, on the radio the night before the crime. But what can his song prove? She continues, saying the same song was requested on the nights of the previous two crimes. Segment 4. On the nights of the previous crimes, someone also requested a song. That person might be the killer. Da Shang dismisses this absurd clue and instead raises an interesting question. If the victims were assaulted, there should be hair left on the bodies. But no hair was found, suggesting the killer is bald. Da Shang visits over a dozen bathhouses but can't find the bald man. At a loss, Da Shang decides to consult a witch, hoping to fight magic with magic. The witch seems unreliable, but Da Shang buys her talisman. She claims that if mixed with soil from the crime scene, the talisman will reveal the killer's image. Da Shang, being a fool, wonders why they need police if the witch is effective. They notice someone approaching and quickly hide, as killers often revisit the crime scene. Segment 5. The approaching person seems odd. He pulls out a woman's underwear from his pants and trembles. After 5 seconds, he stops, noticing Da Shang and the others. Without pulling up his pants, he runs away. Da Shang and his team chase him to a factory, where the suspect blends in with the workers. They can't tell him apart, but Da Shang's sharp eyes spot the suspect's lace red underwear. They catch him with a flying kick, but after questioning, they find he's not the killer, just a twisted pervert. That day, Xiao Fu hears a female teacher say there's a crazy woman crying on the mountain opposite the school. After investigation, they find the woman is indeed connected to the killer. She was also assaulted last year on a stormy night, tied up like a puppet. She avoided eye contact, which spared her life. The killer's hands felt delicate, like a woman's. Hearing this, Xiao Fu rushes back to check the fool's hands, which are rough, proving he can't be the killer. The radio suddenly plays Dinosaur vs. Wolf, again as heavy rain begins outside. Is the killer about to strike? Segment 7. Although they anticipated it, they couldn't prevent the tragedy. A courier finds a woman's body by the river. The killer is becoming more deranged. The coroner finds 9 peaches in the woman's lower body, a cruel taunt to the police. Fortunately, the female officer finds the person who requested dinosaur versus wolf through the radio station. Time is of the essence. Da Xiang and Xiao Fu quickly find the man, Plbu Cheng. He seems gentle, especially his smooth hands, matching the crazy woman's description. Segment 8. Xiao Fu believes he's the killer, but Plbu Cheng disagrees. They can't arrest him without solid evidence. Segment 9. Xiao Fu suddenly recalls the fool. Since the fool can detail the crime scene but isn't the killer, he must be a witness. Segment 10. The fool claims he saw the killer's face that night, but when Da Xiang shows him a photo, he begins to ramble again. Segment 11. It's so hot. Wake up. Segment 12. Now. Segment 13. The fool's father arrives, and in the chaos, the fool runs onto the train tracks. A train is speeding towards him. The fool dies, nearly exposing the truth. However, the coroner discovers semen on the victim's clothes. If it matches Plbu Cheng's, they can arrest him. However, due to limited technology in Korea, the sample must be sent to the US for testing, taking at least 3 days. Xiao Fu must watch Plbu Cheng, but he neglects his duty and Plbu Cheng vanishes. As expected, another woman's body is found in the woods the next day, a female student with a ladle and pen stuffed inside her. Xiao Fu breaks down, finding Plbu Cheng and beating him, even threatening him with a gun to confess. Just then, the test results from the US arrive. Segment 14. Xiao Fu anxiously opens the bag, hoping to bring the demon to justice, but is stunned by the mismatched results. The killer isn't Plbu Cheng. He can't believe his eyes. Despite multiple pieces of evidence pointing to Plbu Cheng, he doesn't believe it and almost shoots him, but Da Xiang stops him. Without evidence, they have to let him go. In the end, Plbu Cheng disappears into the darkness with his crimes. These unsolved cases remain until 203. Da Xiang walks alone to the ditch where the first body was found, just. Segment 15. A little girl suddenly asks, "But why go see?" Segment 16. I want to see you. A long time ago, an old man was waiting for you here, remembering what he did. Segment 17. Long time no see. Da Xiang asks the girl what the person looked like. Suddenly, Da Xiang seems to realize something. This scene becomes the film's most iconic moment. The movie ends with an open ending, not revealing who the killer is. Who do you think is the killer?